Ancient peoples.
You know what pisses? That's what gets me every fucking time with this. I can never. I can't do what these assholes do. I can't think that old people in the past were stupid. All right, you guys ready? This is the apparent story of the Anunnaki gods, the astronaut gods of the Sumerians, Sumerian mythology.
The history of the first civilizations is full of great events and mysteries that
Audio
arouse
check.
the curiosity of many. Many wonder how it was possible for human beings to evolve so rapidly compared to other species that had already existed on our planet.
We have brains.
Ancient peoples.
You know what pisses? That's what gets me every fucking time with this. I can never. I can't do what these assholes do. I can't think that old people in the past were stupid. I can't just assume that a society that lived and survived, and like Sumerians different, but human species that were just all of it. We went from smart to stupid in 92. Are you kidding? Like, why do we so disrespectfully judge ancient cultures like we're smarter somehow? Do you know how capable these fucking people would have had to have been to live back then? Do you know how much you had to understand about injuries and animal welfare and food producing and literally every single thing in the world? We don't have to do anything now as people. We don't have to think. We don't have to walk. We don't have to know how to cook food. It's all there. Everything that any human being could ever need is deliverable to our homes. And we think we're better than they are. They survived when there was nothing. It was them and nature. And they're worse than us. How could a civilization without Facebook advance so quickly? Oh, you mean like the 40s? It's the arrogance of assholes, man, and it pisses me off.
Through their religions, have tried to offer answers about the creation of the world and the odd creative capacity of humanity. Perhaps the answer to this dilemma can be found in the text written by what was the first organized civilization in history, the Sumerians.
I love the
Sumerian civilization emerged in Mesopotamia around 4500 BC. Over time, it was responsible for building large cities and creating the first system of writing, known as cuneiform writing,
like most,
tablets.
humans do. You are
During
not an
archaeological
asshole,
excavations in 1840.
I just haven't had a chance to read what you wrote because I think it's very funny. I just haven't. I didn't read it. Wait, you mean I shouldn't look into multiple sources and researching things because only the truth will be on the interwebs? And then I was going to say, exactly, Richie. Who needs books? All we have is Google. That's all you need, right? Idiots, boomers. Come on. The arrogance, man. The arrogance.
49.
Like, people think because this exists, this is the only source of information we need. An 8-minute YouTube channel. This is all the information, and why would I ever need to dig any deeper, right? That's how people think. Just like YouTube putting fucking, just like YouTube putting Wikipedia at the top to like clarify, hey, did you know that this might not be real? Oh, it's so frustrating, man. I don't like being called an idiot. Directly or indirectly. If it's directly, I get to bop them in the face. If it's indirectly, you just got to kind of deal with it, I guess.
Tablets with Sumerian writings were found. The translation of the text revealed one of the most fantastic stories of all time, the story of the Anunnaki gods.
Tell me about it.
According to the Sumerian manuscripts, there is a planet at the ends of the solar system called Nibiru. Every 3,600 years, it enters an orbit close to the planet Earth. Nibiru was the home planet of the Anunnaki,
you guys hear
who
this?
were experiencing difficulties because the climate and atmosphere of the planet were changing rapidly, making it difficult to produce food and therefore to survive. It was necessary to use advanced methods of technology, alchemy, and magic to reverse this situation.
Oh, was it now?
To do so, a large amount of gold was needed,
True.
since this metal has purifying properties capable of resisting even cosmic radiation.
Well,
However,
I'll be damned.
gold was a rare resource in Nibiru, and without other alternatives, the Anunnaki used their advanced technology and sent ships into space in search of the precious.
So here, let me just kind of let me paint you a picture right now, just real quick. I want everybody to just kind of take a minute to just respect culture real quick, okay? I want you to realistically think with me for 1 fucking second. Look at this picture. I want you to look at this picture and truly break it down the way that intelligent people can. We have a sprawling, and I know this is artist rendition, but people believe this stuff. We have a sprawling city, huge, monolithic levels of development, which I believe in. I believe in ancient culture. Now, hold on, I haven't got up here yet. Okay, I believe in ancient culture could build fantastical things, absolutely. But then I want you to gaze up just a little further and just kind of put your eyes right about here. Now, you tell me this. As people, as an advanced culture that understands rocket travel, if you had this technology, and we know what it would take to get to this point, you got to be able to refine metals, you got to be able to refine fuel, you got to be able to have electrical connections, right? So they're just to obtain this alone, they would have electricity, they would have fuel, they would have smelting, they would have welding, riveting, they would have all modern technology, all of it, but not cars. Nah, fuck cars, right? Why would you even attempt? We're going straight from camels to rockets. No buggies, no airplanes. No. We're cameling it. Fucking, this is the logical stupidity that pisses me off so much. Again, it's a disrespect to what you think these people were. You don't think that they possessed the logical connections that we have. You really think rockets come before camels or cars? It's stupid. And I don't want to hear, because in the U.S. or in human history, right? There was gunpowder and rockets, ancient civilizations. It ain't rocket fuel, bitch. It's not a metal tube. I know this is an artist rendition, but the point is, they're saying that these people had space travel and still rode camels. It's stupid.
Precious golden metal. After
Yeah, dude is chilling on horses watching with a space shuttle pyramid. It's like, I love the idea of this type of stuff, but if you're going to tell a story, it's got to be believable a little, man.
long and tiring search, they arrived on planet Earth about 445,000
All right,
years
sorry,
ago,
Richie, sorry.
where they were the first astronauts to cross space and colonize another planet.
That's awesome.
The planet Earth was inhabited only by wild animals such as mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, and some apes. The
Okay.
Anunnaki settled in Mesopotamia and built a wonderful city called Eridu.
Nice place.
In this city, there was a
Good,
splendorous garden full
good
of fruit
focaccia
trees
bread there.
and animals. The garden created by the Anunnaki was named Eden, and the first favorite place of the astronaut gods.
Okay.
Shortly after, gold extraction began in underground mines. To do the heavy tasks, they brought with them slaves from another alien race, the Igigi. After years of forced labor and humiliation,
Wait, is that
the Igigi
supposed to be us? Are we the Igikis? But, okay, so we're the Anigis. Okay.
rebelled against the Anunnaki.
So who's seen Battlefield Earth and read the book? Anybody who has got any fucking little bit of overlap? So Battlefield Earth is basically this story, just so you guys know. Literally all the way down to the gold part. John Travolta comes to Earth and enslaves all of America. And I like the movie. I also didn't read the book, though. So, I mean, what's this here? That's okay. Again, artist rendition's a little different. It's stupid, though.
Giving rise to the first war on Earth. The Igigi were defeated and decimated. The Anunnaki needed new workers. The solution was to create a new race of intelligent beings, able to work, but more harmless than the Igigi.
Seriously, man, this is literally Battlefield Earth. Well, I'm just waiting for John Travolta's big forehead to show up. So you're telling me that book was based off of the Nakus? All right.
The Anunnaki combined their genes with the ancestors of human beings,
okay, a
creating
little
a
splicing.
hybrid and submissive race at their command.
Interesting.
This genetic fusion did not go very well at first. Strange beings came to life, like the Nephilim giants, which, although extraordinarily strong, were devoid of intelligence and self-control.
Okay.
The first man to emerge from this successful
Marcus. Yeah. Imagine so bald. Just throw some. Take off the hair. Literally, I am Adamu.
genetic combination was named Adamu. Compared to human beings, the Anunnaki were incredibly tall and strong, and their weapons would be more than enough to control another possible rebellion.
See, here's the thing that guy didn't get, though. Dick punch. He's ready. Fucking, you dick punch this dude right here. I don't care how big he is. He's going down. So I think that's what's about to happen. This is the great story of Daryl, the dick puncher, and when he rose to power by nothing but dick punching.
Rebellion. Over time, humans developed
genetically
the
modified,
to speak
stronger
and learn
penis.
from the Anunnaki.
How do you
to take
fight
care
an
of
enemy?
plantations and build houses made of clay and stone. The Anunnaki came to like human beings. They even allowed them to live in their city and attend the sacred garden,
well, that's
but
nice
gave
of them.
explicit orders not to reproduce too much. Against the will of the gods, human beings began to procreate quickly, which caused overpopulation
We're good
in the
at it.
city. Many people were expelled from Eden and Eridu and condemned to live in exile in wildlands.
I like this dude. What? Okay, sorry.
After a few millennia, the planet Nibiru approached the Earth again. Nibiru's gravitational field was so strong that it adversely affected the Earth's natural conditions.
Okay.
There was an increase in the
shit.
temperature of the planet, and the
All right,
glacier
so is this... That's their planet, right? Coming in to us. Who the fuck is this? I mean, we got... I'm assuming the moon. I know it's an artist rendition, but I'm kind of taking it in for what it's trying to show me, right? So in a world where during this time, what the hell is the name of that? Alububagoo or whatever comes flying past, causes tidal stuff. But what's this? Boom, 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 and boom.
glaciers melted, rapidly raising the level of the oceans and causing
Nibiru.
constant
Yeah.
rain.
Nibiru.
A great
Nibiru.
flood ravaged the earth, and the city of Eridu
So this
was
is
doomed to submerge.
This is the Bible's
To save their creation, the
great
Anunnaki
flood.
created large
I'm assuming
boats that
because
floated
one
for
thing I'm
days.
trying to do is kind of compare old religion stories to this old religion story, right? And if this is this supposed to be Noah's flood, or is that kind of where they're at?
To normal water level. In this part, it is not clear whether the boats floated on the water
That's the part that's unclear.
or whether the boats were ships hovering in the sky. After their city was destroyed, the Anunnaki decided to return to Nibiru. But before they left,
Thanos!
they gave human beings knowledge of architecture, mathematics, music, and writing.
Ridiculous.
They
This is
also
where it
taught
falls
them
apart,
how
man.
to establish a monarchy system, where some leaders kept their bloodline inherited for the Anunnaki pure, with the right to command others.
No.
They also ordered the construction of temples known as ziggurats,
Now this, yes.
aligned with the constellations.
But like, why? They just leave, but they leave. So not okay. You remember they came here for the gold, so they came here for resources. There was a great flood, a horrible global catastrophe happened. So let's say that now they can't. For some reason, they stopped the mining procedures. The whole reason they came in the first place. Okay, fine. It's no longer profitable. Let's say they don't need profits. Let's just say just in terms of we no longer require the resource. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to build back better, right? We're going to rebuild what we did to this planet. So let's say this is like the Good Samaritan part of the what the hell are these bastards called? The Anunnaki when they left the Earth. Like, hey, thanks for the gold. Sorry about all the genetic modification. Build some temples. And then, so now they just leave?
These would one day guide the Anunnaki back to Earth. The Sumerian texts do not determine how many Anunnaki there are, but they quote some as the main ones.
Braiding
The most
your
powerful
beard like that would
deity
be
in
intimidating.
Sumerian mythology was An, or Anu,
Gandalf?
according to Akkadian calligraphy. Anu was the personification of heaven and possessed infinite wisdom. He was the oldest and most venerable of the gods, with sanctuaries in almost all Sumerian cities.
Okay.
The goddess Ki represented the earth and Anu's wife.
Whoa, hold on.
The
I might have missed something. Fill me in here. Are they telling us about the Anunnaki's gods that they had the early humans build temples to? Or are they describing these as real Anunnaki creature? Like, are these people or are these gods, right?
union between Anu and Ki gave birth to Anunnaki, a word that can be translated as children of heaven and earth. The first Anunnaki was Enlil, lord of the air, winds, storms, and responsible for keeping heaven and earth at a safe distance.
I like it.
Enki was the mighty god of the oceans and rivers, the patron of the city of Eridu. Later, his cult reached other peoples such as the Canaanites, Hittites, and Horites. The moon also had a ruler, Nana, worshipped as a god of wisdom and curiosity, responsible for teaching scientific and astronomical concepts to human beings.
Because the thing is this is how this was science, y'all. This is how we quantified and understood the world back then. We needed an explanation to the wind and the stars and the moon and the food and the everything. We wanted explanations. And in light of scientific explanations, we went to fantastical explanations. Because ultimately, what do we want as humans? We want understanding. We want to understand the world so we're less scared of it. That's what this is. That's what this is. This is gravity. This is high and low pressure. You see what I'm saying? How understanding evolves, and what used to be considered science, in fact, is now gobbledygook. And I don't say that to offend, but it's just true. The knowledge gets replaced by the next best explanation as to why it's happening. And that doesn't mean that there's no mysticism. That doesn't mean that there's not spirituality. As humans, that's what we do. And it's interesting because in a world where, there is this type of mysticism and spirituality type magic, what if the science is wrong and this is the stuff that's right? It would be crazy, wouldn't it? It would be wild if it's like there literally is just a guy who makes wind out of magic. Like, that'd be nuts.
The god Utu was the personification of the sun and defender of justice.
Because obviously I don't believe that, but just imagine, dude, you get up there and you're like, no fucking way. And it's just this guy with like a big fan. All right, Africa. It'd be nuts, man.
Truth and morality.
That'd be an outcome that I'd be
Utu
like,
traveled
fine,
through the
that's
heavens
cool
in
shit.
a sacred carriage, emitting a brilliance capable of illuminating the world. The goddess Inanna was Utu's twin sister and goddess of fertility, war, and political power, also called the Heavenly Queen. She was one of the most cultured goddesses of Mesopotamia.
And these AI-generated
adopted by
images, they look
Akkadians,
like it.
Babylonians, and Assyrians under the name of Ishtar.
Now you can see
The cult of the Anunnaki was shared by many Mesopotamian peoples, adding new stories and divinities with the advancement of time, but always maintaining a very detailed essence. The history of the Anunnaki, written by the Sumerians, is full of scientific and astronomical references.
Cool, just kind of taking it in again. It's cool. So we got the Klingons, bird of prey here. So I didn't know Star Trek was in this world. Got some salt shakers shooting up. Love the green eyes. They look nice. Is that Conan? Nice loincloth. If I was going loincloth though, it wouldn't be that long. At the most, it would be knee high. Imagine tripping over your loincloth. What a pain in the ass that would be.
Very advanced for the
Yeah,
time.
Thank you, Sonny. Those are bird of prey, man.
In which they were written. The knowledge is still one of the greatest mysteries of humanity.
That's badass. I'd play that video game. God dang. Well, there you have it, my friends. That was the Anunnaki gods, the astronaut gods of the Sumerians. I am yet to be convinced, but let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you like this kind of content. And the best way to do that is to like, subscribe, and tell your mom that you love her. Thanks, y'all. See ya. So I'm going to try to turn that one in.